Good day, no home, I'm your host, VillainCloud, and welcome back to Wuthering Waves. On board the train of Echo. And into this episode we go.
You seem perturbed. Are you still gathering your thoughts?
Everything that's happened has all lined up so perfectly. It makes me think it's too good to be true.
I'd like to share a different perspective.
Shoot.
Rivers eventually converge into the same ocean. If a goal is mutual, then it's only a matter of time before they meet.
True.
Our choices and our will have led us to this situation, not the wishes of fate.
You are quite different from what the rumors say.
Oh. And what rumors have you heard?
That you're a recluse, a mystic obsessed with the crafting of poison. Oh, and that you poisoned your predecessor. Those kinds of rumors.
A recluse? On the contrary, I've been searching for a solution to the Sentinel's plight, and rarely return to Renacita. After most of my leads fell short, a friend at Mingting in Huanglong introduced me to the stories they were telling of you.
A friend?
All the affairs of Huanglong's states eventually land in one person's hands. Would you care to take a guess at the identity of this friend of mine?
Why not put the other rumors to rest?
Because the rest of them are all true.
Sorry.
I see it'll take more than that to rattle you, huh? I assure you, this is no jest.
Sure.
We Thessalians have lived under the Threnodians' whispers for generations. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow until only a puppet remains. When the soul of the ruling head falters, Thessalia tradition dictates that the successor usher them into eternal slumber, with a poison of their own making. My succession ritual, well, an unforeseen incident gave rise to whispers that sparked those rumors.
How long has this been going on?
For centuries. Every generation.
To live like that, that you know that in one day the next head wants
Outside,
to
they call me
poison you.
the Bane. But historically, every head of the Thessalia family has carried such a title. It just so happens that I am the most potent one yet. We've reached the old seminary's undercrypt. The gateway into the Sonorosphere itself lies at its center. We shall continue on foot from here.
Okay, you have an umbrella. You fight with umbrella and jellyfish. You got it. Sunken remains. Interesting.
Strange. This area was clear of tacit discords on my last visit. And there's no tacit field nearby. Could they have come from the Sonorosphere itself?
Didn't think there would be Gulpos here.
The road ahead will not be an easy one.
What exactly happened here?
The second dark tide. It occurred right here at the Avenolium, the largest seminary ever built by the Order. It arrived on the very day the Blessed Maiden passed her trials and was crowned by the Order. A day when the leaf burned brighter than ever. And when the darkness came, none escaped. These days, what most people remember is the seminary disappearing into the sky. But in truth, The dark tide that should have spread across Rinasita vanished along with it. Yet due to a lack of records, the second dark tide slowly faded from memory. I was there when it all happened, still an ordinary member of the family, watching it unfold from a boat just outside the seminary. It wasn't until later, when I attempted to resonate with Turvin, that I gained a partial glimpse of the Sonorosphere's interior.
Sounds like someone inside the seminary did something to stop the spread.
Precisely. It could very well have been part of Ria's doing, but, as with the first time, there's also the chance it was the Sentinel who turned the tide. I can sense the conflict within you, the temptation to trust your maiden. But it's best to keep those thoughts to yourself for now. But
We'll see.
the gateway into the Sonorosphere is just on the other side of this bridge. This is the furthest I've ever managed to venture. Judging from the bits of information the Sentinel gave me, Turvin is the key to entering the Sonorosphere. And who can wield the Sword of Divinity but a Blessed Maiden?
But you said you left yourself a message saying that the maiden was dead.
Laureate, you have come.
For sure.
Greetings. I'm Cartathea, and you are?
Cantarella Phasalia.
Oh, a Phasalia. It seems your ties with the Order are more complicated than they appear.
I had the privilege of watching the Blessed Maiden's performance at the Carnival once. I'm rather surprised. After all this time, you still look exactly as you did that day. But you and I should be around the same age.
I'm also unsure of what's happened to me. I've been searching for answers. This must be the Sword of Divinity. Turvin. The one with the Sentinel's powers sealed within.
You shouldn't have knowledge of this sword.
Memories flowed into my mind just as you entered the Sonorosphere, granting me information about the sword's origins.
Cantarella said that only those who resonate with Turvin are granted glimpses of its knowledge.
Would you mind if I tried touching it?
Confirm it.
The question of whose resonator I am is now perfectly clear. If I am not the Sentinel's resonator, then that must mean...
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. That doesn't prove you're the Threnodian's resonator, nor that you aid its cause.
Huh?
Things are more complicated than you expected.
This connection formed between the Sentinel and the Threnodian, the second Dark Tide, and the forming of this sonorosphere.
Right now, you're the sole survivor of whatever happened that day. You really don't remember anything?
As you spoke, I remembered a few more things. There are 2 other swords. The Sword of Discord, Hognis, and the Sword of Virtue, Haltia.
Do you remember 3 pedestals as well?
Yes. Did you see them too? Placing the 3 swords on their respective pedestals should break the seal over the main tower. But why would this information be revealed to me now? Is this the Threnodians' doing?
If we do nothing, we'll never get any answers. Instead of speculating, we should use the clues we've gathered so far.
Lady Maiden.
Please, Cartathea would suffice. I am but a fake after all.
I've waited for this moment. This chance to save the Sentinel. And my family. I will not turn back, even if this does turn out to be a trap. If the
Thank you.
thought of the final answer troubles you, then I suggest you step aside. Rover and I will take care of this matter.
Ooh, provocation.
Since you are willing to overlook the possibilities of a trap, then there's no reason for me to worry and turn away. I underestimated your resolve. I'm sorry.
So how do we get up there?
Simply place Turvin on the pedestal behind me, and this tower will elevate itself.
What you said to Cartathea back there?
Rather effective on someone of her personality. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep, place Turban on its pedestal. In silence we should do it.
Are you all right? The gravity that occupies this space is the opposite of what you're used to. It took me some time to get used to it too.
Why is this place upside down?
I believe it's to prevent them from falling to the ground.
Them.
Tacit discords, the Dark Tide, and these ruins themselves.
I imagine it's also a symbolic reminder that our beliefs have been turned on their head. This view matches with what I saw at the time.
Until you get used to the gravity here, I suggest we travel via phone. It's the name I gave to a gondola.
Ah. Thank you. I'll take the turban. Let's see. Winds of the past unlocked. Up. Oh. Oh. Down. No, we don't need down. Summon. Gondola. So works?
This gondola only has 2 seats.
Oh dear. I completely forgot about this.
How about I go with Catherine first? How about I go with Cantarella first? How about I go with Abby first? Can we make room for one more? Yeah,
Greed
room.
will get you punished, you know.
I'm afraid Foam would refuse that suggestion.
The 2 of
Yeah.
you can go on ahead.
You look distracted. Still thinking about what Cantarella said about fearing answers?
My powers are very weak, and many tacit discords roam the sonorosphere. Thus, I've been limited in the areas I can explore. All I can do is sit here, lost in thought. We'll be arriving at the first water rise soon. A few details, if you don't mind.
Feeling nervous?
Of course. The last time I tried to pass it like this... Where were my manners? I can assure you that won't happen again. As for the rest of the way, I see it clearly now.
So she couldn't see us.
Vines, over there. And that statue.
I can feel strong remnant energy coming from it.
The Order's remnant spark must be inside the statue. Legends speak of how the first Primus used it to purify the first Dark Tide. I see now. The lingering remnants of the Dark Tide must be trapping the spark. To release it, we'll need to clear away the remaining remnants binding it. Once we have the remnant spark, we can use it to burn through the vines.
Easy explanation, thanks.
If the Threnodian created the Dark Tide, maybe Abby can absorb it.
Abby is still unwell. Perhaps we shouldn't burden it further. More Dark Tide remnants. Good thing there isn't much. Leave it to me. Don't worry. This much I can still handle.
Alright, it lit. It's lit. Atria's abilities, purify nearby statues, remnant sparks. Okay. F. Get her help. Get lit. Down. Nice. Nice throw. And let's go. Okay, this is easy. Rumbles.
The vines are remnants of the dark tide. Foam won't be able to cross through them. Let's disembark here and find a way to clear the...
Should be easy. Okay, let's see. Search around.
This calibrator seems to be operational. One moment. That should do it. Why don't you give it a try?
Changing gravity direction. Change the gravity direction. The yellow indicator shows the direction guided by... so guided one. Blue, yellow, green. Blue when aligned with normal gravity. Yellow gravity is inverted. Green when gravity is oriented sideways. Got it. Calibrator. And she guides us the way around. I like how the character on the side is floating around too. That's cool.
It's turning. Rotate the gravity calibrator to change the direction of the gravity's pull. If we use this, we should be able to reach areas we previously couldn't.
Hopefully this helps. Disperse! The hour is upon us! One more time.
Nice, thanks. I see ya.
Break!
Thank you. Don't attack me more. I like fighting. It can help.
Hurry. We need to purify the other statues before the Dark Tide's corruption returns.
Oh, 20 seconds left. Okay, okay. Okay. 14. Not too bad, not too bad. Rumbles. Okay, you can rumble
Sounds
there.
like Foam's getting impatient. Let's head back.
Well, he can. Look at even heals. Upside down. Upside down. Upside down. Down. Upside down. Nice. And go yoink. Let's go. Shining light goes down.
Did you feel any discomfort while we were clearing out the remnants?
Nothing out of the ordinary. I felt fine. I suppose this alone is not enough to determine whose resonator I am.
You've helped.
Just.
Don't worry about that for now. Another water rise is coming up. You planning to hold on to something?
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Thank you for all the free chests. Damn,
Remnants of the past.
they are giving us many goodies.
By the way, you said the inverted gravity is to stop the dark tide from descending into the city? But all we've seen so far are just its remnants.
And that's because this very waterway we're sailing on used to be the dark tide itself. In these waters, gravity isn't the only thing that's inverted. Obstacles ahead. Let's get off here. There it is, up there. But judging by the distance, we'd be hard-pressed to make it back in time.
Can you use your ability from somewhere in between to clear them all at once?
I might not have that range. But there may be tacitite devices nearby that can help amplify my forte. Let's see if we can find one.
I'm on it. Hello? Gravity? So which way you wanna go? Oh, obviously upside down.
That's it. A tacitite device.
Leave it to me. The end has come. Hopefully this helps. Ha! 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 Ha!
Come on, there should be more fights.
This should do the trick.
Hopefully this helps. Ha! 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 Moment of resonance. Hopefully this helps.
It fell. With heals.
You okay?
Just catching my breath. You go get the remnant spark. Up ahead is the Tower of Salvation. That's where the first pedestal is located.
Tower of Salvation?
Yes, a name taken from the Order's Codex.
Or a nice chest for us.
Remnants of the
nice.
past.
Whoop-de-doo.
I'd rather know I'm a villain than remain a wanderer, lost in a world without understanding. To live with no memory of the past. Would it be so different from choosing to end it all? I must find the answer. Only then will I know how to face the memories I still carry.
Yeah, you need to find
As
who
for
you
you,
are.
if I really am,
I can take care of...
We can take care of ourselves. Don't worry.
I should go back for Cantarella. Will you wait here for us?
Go for it.
Of course.
I hope you won't mind the extra trip, phone.
Rumbles. It doesn't take long as Ketria returns and the three of you.
I saw signs of battle along the way. Is anyone injured?
Good as new. Just some flesh wounds. My life is flashing before my eyes. Good as new.
You're not hiding anything from me, are you?
No. Not at all.
Your smile is rather concerning.
Oh, I insist. Here, take this.
Advanced nutrient block. Thanks. Damn. Gracias, señorita. Sheesh. Was I expecting that? Go away. Inspect. Follow the marker to the next pedestal. Okay. That's not too hard. Jeez. Enter the door of unity. Transport in a new area, change the direction of gravity. Okay. Door of unity. Yeah, that's the right question. Where the fuck am I? Release the particular spark. Okay, back we go, I guess. Door. Oh, so we need to release the crack.
There's no knowing what will happen once Turvin is placed on the pedestal. It's best we prepare ourselves.
Yep, place Turvin on the pedestal. Deliver.
No longer shall you bear these thorns as a reminder. Forged from primordial seas, this crown shall grant a new identity. Fleur-de-lis, child of divinity, the Immaculate One. Will you uphold the sacred teachings of the Order of the Deep?
I will.
Salvation, unity, ascension. Of these three doctrines, which do you choose?
I choose salvation. I wish to be the Master's blade, striking evil, upholding virtue, and offering salvation to those in peril.
In the name of divinity, I bestow upon you this crown. May the blood of justice never run dry. Through this sacred rite, you become the bridge between the heavens and the living. From this day forward, you shall be the Master's sole receiver and herald. Rise, blessed maiden Fleur-de-lis. None but the Master shall ever have the right to command you to bend the knee.
I told ya to stop sticking random stuff in here. Do you have any idea how messed up and humongous that frequency was? It's gonna give me indigestion.
What frequency will be?
I should ask you that. What did you do just now? Huh? I was dozing when bam! Out of nowhere, a giant blue ball landed on top of me. It almost squished me.
I'm guessing putting Turvin on the pedestal has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey! It smells just as unnatural as that big Gigantor back in Jinjo.
Jue?
The Sentinel of Jinjo. If what our little echo friend says is true, then the frequency that entered your tacit mark could be Imperator's powers.
Maybe.
Huh? But the Sentinel isn't even here.
The power to split and manipulate space.
It is reminiscent of the moment of Turvin's creation. Only this time the place of confinement has become your tacit mark.
Why would it do that?
I believe it was meant for the true maiden. Under the right circumstances, the one to wield this sword and enter the sonorosphere would be the Sentinel's resonator, the Blessed Maiden. The Sentinel entrusted their power to the resonator so that she could lend assistance when the corruption of the Threnodian altered them. Quite logical, isn't it?
You don't seem too thrilled about it.
Maybe it's just spot on.
If Imperator set this in motion, then their original plan has already failed. Cardathia, that means your guidance holds the key now.
But
I believe in you. Is there anything else you remember?
I just remembered the day I was crowned by the Order. And the moment the dark tide descended upon us.
You saw the coronation too?
Huh?
Describe what you saw to Catharia. All three of them saw. All three.
But I didn't see the dark tide.
That is all I can remember.
Is that what you saw?
You witnessed it as well, Cantarella.
No. I only saw fragmented, blurry images. They seemed to belong to other places within the sonorosphere.
Oh. We all saw different things. They all.
I believe this is where we should rest. We'll wait until sunrise.
I can still go on. We can take this time to think about the clues.
I'm gonna hit the sack as well.
Gone.
Boy, it's so cramped in here.
Talk, rest. Let's talk.
Now, what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
Doesn't matter what. About the facility, about control, about the divine trails. Katria and I will take point. We'll take point again tomorrow.
Is it true that the Phasalia family was one of the factions that started the conflict in that stained glass?
The leader of one such faction, to be exact. That was a long time ago. After their defeat, the Union was disbanded under immense pressure, and the Phasalius gradually withdrew from the public eye.
Is this why you had no choice but to publicly change your beliefs?
No. The reasons for the Phasalia family relinquishing their pride and enduring disgrace are far more intricate than that.
What do you mean?
Long ago, Turvin was actually given to the Phasalia family by the first Primus, Napoli II. When the conflict had settled, he arranged a private meeting with the head of the family to reveal the truths behind the pilgrimage. He told the Phasalias that when he traveled through the first dark tide and reached its end, there was no sanctuary. Only a battlefield, filled with darkness and suffering.
Obviously.
The heavenly voices he heard were not revelations from the divinity, but the seductive whispers of the Threnodian, casting a lure for puppets to bite. As I told you before, Leviathan is a Threnodian who uses beliefs to spread a spiritual plague. You see, it requires a puppet to carry its voice. The Sentinel realized the Threnodian's plots, and thus the first Dark Tide was launched as a hasty reaping of Raguna and the Sentinel to save Raguna from the grim fate brought by the Dark Tide. the Sentinels split a portion of their power and entrusted it to Napoli II. This power allowed him to imbue the echoes with the strength to repel the tacit discords and purify the dark tide.
And this power was released through the lantern depicted in the stained glass?
Yes. The other part was kept inside Turvin. It was in that very moment, when the Sentinel's power had been weakened, that the Threnodian corrupted and merged with their body, transforming the Sentinel into the form you see today.
Now it all makes sense. Now the story is complete.
If what you're saying is true, the first Primus should have been on Imperator's side. Did the spiritual plague you mentioned affect him?
Although the Primus's body remained whole, his soul was torn apart, caught in the ceaseless struggle between the Threnodian and the Sentinel. Within the body they now shared. The Sentinel's power failed to shield the Primus from the Threnodian's influence. As the two divinities vied for dominance, he succumbed to many misdeeds against his own people. In the end, during that private meeting, he confessed the truth to the head of the Thessalias and begged for release.
So that's why he passed so abruptly.
The Thessalia family was powerless against the Order at that time. Our only recourse was to submit to their cause and keep the secret locked away in our hearts, waiting for the right moment to act.
I see. There's something else I want to ask about.
Now, what could you possibly want with me at a time like this?
Katrina, opening point.
Well, I don't intend to wait around.
Are you going to search those areas we passed before alone?
The more clues, the better, don't you think?
Yeah.
Oh, and take this. Afraid I've slipped something extra in? Or perhaps you're contemplating dinner with me.
I'm just curious why the matriarch of the Thessalia family packs her own food.
Food is always an easy target for those who find me less than pleasing.
You're fine. No, Rice, you're fine. You don't need to give us food. Homemade panini. Ooh, grazie, signorita. Okay, where are you? The dark tide, let's see.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember.
About the dark tide, about the other swords, about the dark tide, yeah.
It is paradise.
I take it you don't mean that in a good way?
It is a place where sickness, hunger, sorrow, despair, and dullness of heart cease to exist. There, deacons sing eternal hymns. From a literal standpoint, this line describes the dark tide perfectly.
A sweet light, basically.
In the beginning, the dark tide would claim only the areas it touched, assimilating all life as its vanguard to clear the way for its spread. The dead, they would grow mouths and sing hymns, day and night. They didn't need eyes or ears, for their purpose was to spread blindness and madness. Even those who did not believe were drawn irresistibly to the Leviathan's creed. And for those already deceived, it was all but inevitable. When a soul is corrupted to its core, it will sing hymns without end on its sleepless journey to merge with the dark tide. And when every faithful soul has returned to paradise, the land consumed by the dark tide will begin its pilgrimage, drawn by darkened skies, spreading its gospel to wherever it lands next. The final act of the dark tide is the journeying paradise.
Is this the future you saw after coming into contact with the dark tide?
Yes.
Has something else I want to know.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? I'll share with you all that I can remember.
But the swords, nope. You don't need to stand so far away, you know.
It's safer this way. You should get some rest. We'll be counting on you again tomorrow.
I see. Now we have a full story, actual full story. And with this, I'm gonna end it here. So I would really appreciate you would smash the like button, subscribe and the notification bell, and we continue on this next video. So subscribe, ring the notification bell so you don't miss it. Bye bye.